Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crackheads and hoes, I go by the name of B-Dust, aka BlackBeltJoneZz, and you tuned into another edition of Hell No, bro. Once again, a little episode where I just sit here and shoot the shit, and it's usually just me, but as you can see, got somebody with me, man. Real good person, man. Solid dude, man. Cat that I've known for over 15 years now, man. My dog Suge, man. I ain't gonna do too much as far as introducing, man. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to the folks and tell people a little bit about yourself.
No doubt, bro. First, man, I appreciate you inviting me on the podcast, bro. I'm a
No doubt,
huge
bro.
fan. As you know, I'm always hitting you up like, hey, bro, when you gonna drop the next episode? So,
Yeah.
man, yeah, I really appreciate you inviting me on.
No.
But yeah, I'm Suge IV, also known as Suge McNeil. Them girls said they missed them like Barnell Hill. If you miss me. Nah, the name Suge though, it comes from like undergrad. I know Dustin and I we're gonna talk about when we were pledging and how we got to know each other and all that later. But that's where the Suge comes from. And then the four, that's a part of my real name. My real name is Josh McNeil the four. So I just kind of took those two and put them together and came up with Suge IV.
No doubt. No doubt, man. It's it's a trip, man, just to know how the world like joins people together just at random, you know what I'm saying? Like not knowing that me and you we grew up about 20 minutes away from each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And both of us ended up, going to different colleges, stayed there for a year, and then ended up coming to Carolina, man. So from my recollection, man, me and Suge met on our journeys to become men of Omega Psi Phi, mighty illustrious Zeta Zeta chapter at the University of South Carolina, and it was three of us, two cats that I ended up linking up with, like getting to know pretty quickly in the interest meeting. And Suge was one of them, and the other was, one of his closest friends that he grew up from the same hometown, LB Prince. And me and Suge ended up linking because Suge ended up approaching me after IG because we get up. IG is an interest meeting, and we get up and introduce ourselves to the brothers and to all the prospects. And I was explaining things I was into and stuff like that, and music is one of them. And Suge ended up hitting me up. He's like, heard you do music. You know what I'm saying? You from Jefferson? I'm from Lancaster, and it's Jefferson and Lancaster. I'm talking about 20 minutes, really. I done been there. I done made it to Lancaster in about 15 before. But I wanted to hear your recollection of how we ended up getting to know each other.
Yeah, similar to your story, bro. It's like at that interest meeting, I had a sense that, there was a lot of familiarity and I didn't know you. Um and one ability that I was that I've learned that I do have and that I try to utilize as much as possible is like the ability to be perceptive.
Yeah.
And I just got really good vibes from Dustin like off the jump back in the day. I remember. So I didn't hesitate to reach out to him. I just kind of gravitated towards him. I had a feeling that he was going to get selected, just like I knew I was going to get selected, and we were going to be friends. Like he said, we had in common a love for music, football. We actually scrimmaged each other in high school. We were seniors. Our team scrimmaged each other. I think they beat us, but yeah, 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 yeah. And then I think yeah, also there was just some country
Yeah.
undertone that
Oh yeah.
resonated with me. Like I'm
Oh
from
yeah.
Langston, he from Jefferson.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we just kind of hit it off. And then yeah, Prince, who Dustin mentioned, is like one of my best friends, and he also plays, and all three of us like we just all kind of connected and had a vibe.
It's a it's a trip when you said you knew that you knew we were gonna end up getting in. I remember we were having a get together at one of the brothers' house. They was just trying to get to know the boys that wanted to be in their fraternity. And I know what people might try to think, but it was nothing crazy. It was we were just over there, had some beers, watching the game, just joking. It was during Christmas break, getting ready to go back to school,
Right.
and we were in there, and for those who have watched the podcast, listened to the podcast, I've expressed the fact that, man, I'm my own person. I march to the beat of my own drum. You know what I'm saying? I don't really follow a lot of people or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I just move based on vibes. And I was just in there, and next thing you know, one of the brothers ended up pulling me to the side, and they pulled me in one of the rooms, and it's me and that brother and another brother, and I'm like, all right, what we about to do? And they just having a conversation. It's like, okay, and we had a conversation. It's like, all right, cool. I walk out, and Suge and Prince are looking at me. They like, I said, yeah. And next thing you know, all of us ended up getting selected, and 8 of us got selected, man. 8 of us finished. 8 of us made it, man. It was a dope time, man. It was an interesting time getting to know everybody, bro.
'07, man. And I just
07.
gotta say that's a rarity that you have a certain number start and then that same number finish. So that's
Yeah,
something I'm proud of.
yeah, man. It's a good thing, bro. Um, just talking about the common interests that we have. We already talked about Omega, but primarily I want to talk about music, man, because that was the main thing that bonded us when we got to know each other, and just our styles of music, man. Is honestly, in my opinion, there are a lot of similarities because we got quirks to ourselves, and I personally don't see myself as a rapper or anything. It's just this is for fun. It's fun to do, and I enjoy music. But what what was it that brought you to music that made you make you want to be a rapper, want to start rapping and write music?
Yeah, so I started rapping, bro, in like 10th grade, high school. So yeah, I was a sophomore. Two of my homies, Kevin Latarvis, they thought it was a good idea for us to form a rap group. We called it Troublesome, out of Lancaster, South Carolina.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was I guess about 20 years ago. So I've been rapping for a long time.
girls will get
um,
you.
yeah, girls will get you. That was a hit, bro. We was local celebrities, bro. No cap, bro. We was like local celebrities. We were on like local television stations. Like our video, we had a video
Yeah,
for a song called "Girls Will Get You." Heavy rotation. We go to like McDonald's or Wendy's. People be like, "Oh, those are the girls that get you guys." We had shows. We go out to Kershaw,
yeah.
Dusty, go out to Kershaw, do
Hell
shows at
no,
the gym.
goddamn Kershaw.
Yeah.
Hell no.
And we did like maybe 3 or 4 projects in totality. And kind of like I think after the second project that we did, the group changed a little bit. That's when Jarian joined the group and Latarvis left. But man, we all just started kind of rapping. We all love Tupac. Tupac was like our #1 rapper, still my favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah.
I was heavy on T.I. at the time. Again, it's 10th grade, so that probably I don't know what year, probably 2002, 2001.
Yep,
Um,
102.
yeah. And so yeah, like so I think it's just something that we bonded over music. And then like every day after school, well, after I would get through playing football, Kevin and Jari and Tyra, they wasn't into sports. So after I get through playing practice for football, I go over to Kevin's house. We had a studio in his garage, and his mom allowed for us to just to hang over there all night. So we just formed a really close relationship over music. And then funny story, Dustin, like we were a group of 3, right? So Kevin's equipment, he ain't have like no modern equipment, anything like that. So let's say I rap third on the song, right? Kevin and Jari rap first and second. We get to the third verse. If I trip up or I don't say something the way I didn't want to say, we got to start over, do the whole thing over again. So
Man.
we used to get a lot of practice, man. So that's just kind of how I got started. And throughout the years, we continued rapping like through college. Somewhere along the line, some of the members realized, man, I'm too damn old for this shit. Like I don't need to be rapping no more. I didn't get the note or the memo, so I've been I've been continuing to rap, and it's just like for me,
shit, not digging, bro.
Yeah, it brings me so much clarity,
Yeah.
and peace and tranquility, mentally, man.
Yeah.
After a long, work week on the weekend, it's something that I can actually like look forward to. I can kind of use my creative juices, and I just enjoy it so much, man. So that's why it's been so hard for me to relinquish, the my music pursuits.
Man, keep doing it, bro.
Yeah.
It's cats out there 50 and 60 still rapping, man. Fuck that shit. As long as it's good. If it ain't
Yeah,
good, we
man.
gonna say something. But if it's good, you know we gonna support, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, bro. I kind of like I humbly think that I put out a pretty decent work product
Bro, I
on the
don't.
music tip, man. So that's why I keep doing it too.
Oh, no doubt, bro. It's
Yeah.
I dig, bro. Heyday has been in heavy rotation, bro. I ain't gonna BS you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about BS. I ain't gonna bullshit you, bro.
Dog, the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, bro.
That's good.
Yesterday I got a call from a bruh, Nate Trey
Yeah,
Haynes. He hit me
yeah.
up. He was like, "Bro, I'm listening to this nights like this." I know we're gonna talk about the tracks a little bit here in a second, but he's like, "Bro, Dustin verse. Oh my god, like that's so Dustin, bro. Like that's everything about Dustin in that verse, encapsulated in that verse." Like I was like, "Yeah, that is true."
Yeah, absolutely, bro. It's it's dope because the funny thing about it is, bro, hearing you talk about how y'all started, in Kevin's garage, and they mom's garage and shit. It made me think about how we used to do it. Like we started around ninth grade, and it was me and a couple of my cousins, and it was, to be real with you, it was only two of us that was decent, and my cousin Doug, that was the real one, bro. I don't know, you might not remember my cousin Doug because by senior year, by the time we played y'all senior year, he stopped playing football. But
Okay.
Bray was nice, bro. Like real talk, he was nice. And then me, I knew a way with words, and I just put my own style on it. But everybody used to come to the house, and we would use Windows Media Player and a boom box. And I had, you remember them Bob Barker microphones, like
Yeah,
Price is Right. We had one of them. So we
yeah,
sit there, you press play, you press record, and saying it sounded terrible. It was nothing but treble. But once again, practice and practice and practice, and I started learning how to record and finding a couple of them illegally downloaded, not illegally downloaded, but peer-to-peer downloaded, like Fruity Loops and stuff like that, and just trying to work with stuff, and you figure it out, and it becomes a hobby. And like you
yeah.
said, bro, it's therapy, man. Like you able to get some stuff off your mind, but you got to do it in the right way, bro.
For sure, for sure.
Absolutely.
And just kind of going back to like the music that you made and what you created over the years, bro. There's two songs that stand out to me. Not to take away, from any of your other tracks, but
Yeah.
you already know, bro. I'm a Boss. That's like one of my favorite songs of all time, bro. I love that song. Like I got it downloaded on my old computer from like undergrad, bro. Like I
Yeah.
still got that song, and I got it in like on my in my new where I store data now. Like I keep
Yeah.
that song so I
Yeah.
don't ever lose it. So it's always in rotation. And then Baby Powder Pimpin'.
Baby
Baby
Powder
Powder
Pimpin'.
Pimpin'. Oh my god, bro.
That's
That
funny,
is
man.
yeah, bro.
That was college there, boy.
That's my joint, yo. Yeah.
Man, that's a trip. Like, cause you making me think about like just older songs, and it's the two that I think of off top is Carolina, and I don't remember All My Life.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
All My
yeah.
Life Is All I Had. That one
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
If she wanna give it up, she gonna probably let it go. I said, boy, that nigga stupid, boy. Them my two right there, bro. Them my two
That's
of them old tracks, bro.
on that project and specifically on that song is when I really started to like try to sing a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if you remember that hook was like, all my life is
Uh huh.
all I had.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
when I really started experimenting with trying to sing. And now on Heyday,
Yeah,
just
you
about
singing,
on
bro.
every track. Yeah, I'm singing on that, John.
You was singing, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
I know we talk junk a lot of, like amongst our LBs.
yeah,
One of our line brothers can sing,
yeah,
like sing, and he's on the album as well. He's on Suge's first album as well, but he go by his name Q Lou, pussy ass. But but
yeah,
but they
yeah,
go back and forth on, who can sing. And Suge's always, man, you always trying to riff like me, like on 5 Heartbeats. But the fact that like you had him singing on a lot of songs on the In and Out album, but on
yeah.
Heyday, bro, you was hitting the melodies, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You was
and
hitting.
and in large part, the reason why that is because I'll send something like I send something to you and Q all the time. Like I'm always sending y'all my ideas for hooks and verses just to get y'all feedback. On Heyday, the difference is Q was like, nah, bro, that sound good. Like I don't think you need my vocals. You good. So that's why.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt, bro. I know. Like just talking about In and Out. Like I mentioned In and Out. That was your first album. Tell me a little bit about like where it came from as far as why you decided to do that. Why you came up with the name of the album and what made you want to go ahead and put out your own album.
Yeah, so for In and Out, like that was a project. I'm embarrassed to say, but it took like 4 years to make because I was kind of like moving from different places. I was in Atlanta, then Durham, and then Portland. So I had to like kind of keep track of all of the recordings, the mixes with different engineers. So it got muddled up a lot. So that's why it took so long. But I was inspired to do it really because Jarian dropped a Dolo project. So I was like, if Jarian can drop a Dolo project, I can do it too.
Yeah.
My joint will be better. Uh, so that's what like really inspired me to do it. And as being a part of a group, I also wanted to like do my own thing too before it was all said and done.
No doubt.
So that's what inspired me. The name In and Out, I was like, all right, I'm in, I'm out the game. Like this is it. I ain't doing nothing else after this joint.
That was it.
That was it. Yeah. So I just want to go ahead and I ain't want to, mislead anybody out there, my 45 to 50 fans out there. I ain't want to mislead y'all. So I was like, this probably gonna be the last project, In and Out. But there's a song on that project called Basking in the Ambiance. And I would implore the listeners to go check it out.
It's groove, no?
Yeah, man. I think and Q Lou's featured on that project. It's just, man, it's one of those songs. Like if there was a such thing as like a timeless underground song, I think it would be an honorable mention for that. Like I think it's a really, really good song. So check that out. And then there's another track on that joint on In and Out. It's called She a Keeper. It's got a sample from Blackstreet on it. So I really like that song a lot, and I got a lot of really good reviews on that project. Not like I've received off from Heyday so far, but I think once you like do a couple of projects, people they respect your ability just a little bit more, especially if like both of them are good projects.
They definitely are both good projects. I think just like you said, like you just put one out, and people probably just thought, man, nigga just putting out music, whatever, and didn't really give it a chance. It's like, okay, you put out something else. You got Heyday that just dropped on November the 11th, bro. I was a part of the listening party, and bro, that was a dope feel, bro. It felt like a little in-home mini concert that we had, bro. Like that was a good little groove that night, man. I had me a little herbal, had me a little something to drink sitting here. Like everybody was cooling, bro. Where did you come up with the idea for Heyday? Like where did all this come from?
Yeah, well, let me just say that listening party, it was beautiful in the sense that I was able to bring everybody that was involved on the project, that collaborated on the project together all at once to listen to like the finished product and to get like their side of how it all came together. And then there was some other, friends and family on the call as well. So man, I so appreciate it. People coming to support the listening session. Thought it was a great time. So I appreciate you saying that, bro. But Heyday, my sophomore album, I was like, I'm feeling really good about life right now. Like I just want to let people know that I just feel like I'm in my prime professionally, personally, spiritually, just in every facet of life. I just feel like I was in my heyday. I'm a young 36. So as I started the creative process and started listening to perspective beats for the project, it just all came so natural. Like even on Heyday, bro, there are 2 tracks specifically where I created them like I'd say in less than hour and a half, two, just kind of off the dome.
Yeah.
That's not how I get down. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm very deliberate. It takes me a long time to like write a verse. Like I'm very thoughtful about it.
Yeah.
Not so much with hooks. Hooks, those are easy for me.
You
But
you
like to
kill a
make it
hook,
all
bro.
come, yeah, yeah, appreciate it.
You a
But
hook
for it all
writer.
to
I'm
come
gonna tell
together,
you that now.
yeah, for it all to come together, bro. On Heyday, I executed that project because I felt like I'm I'm in my prime,
No
and I,
doubt,
I think it kind of played itself out with the project.
bro. It's good, man. I wanted to go over just like a brief little track list or just a brief synopsis of the tracks. You
Yeah,
know, kind of similarly to what we did in the listening party. We won't necessarily listen to the tracks. I'm gonna
yeah.
probably throw ain't no probably. I'm throwing nights like this on at the end on my
Hey,
outro. I got to put it out there because
hey,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That we'll talk about it when we get there, bro. But
yeah.
the intro track, my moment, bro. Tell me a little about it.
Yeah, so it just goes along with the theme. Like I feel like it's my moment. Felt appropriate for an intro track.
Yeah,
Uh like the beat, it hit hard. Also on the intro track, I'm singing. Like
yep,
you can hear my vocals on it. And I'm trying to I guess what I'm trying to impress upon the listener is like I'm chill, I'm mellow, I got this. Like I'm very calm on that track. So I just wanted to kind of set the tone. Like this project is, I'm very confident in my ability, and so that's
yeah.
why my moment is the first track on there.
No doubt. I wanna I'm gonna interrupt the track list real quick and just say something about when you saying like just a calm like this is a calm, relaxed, confident album, bro. Like it's a ride album. Like I literally can listen at it, no skips, just riding. It's probably gonna play on repeat on the way to the upstate tomorrow. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like it's a lot of grooves on that album, bro. But track two, you got a track called Full Time Job, man. Tell me a little about this one.
yeah, full-time job. That's my life. I got a full-time job. Like I work like I don't know 50 55 hours a week.
Right.
And then I'm running to my part-time job on the weekends. So on that song, I just want people to know like I'm still able to create dope music while having a full-time job. I know everybody kind of feel like they're a rapper or they have
Yeah.
the capability to be a rapper. I'm no different, obviously, but it's all my eggs aren't in the rapper bucket. Like
Yeah.
that's not I don't have I'm not disillusioned.
Yeah.
I'm not disillusional. Like I don't think that I'm gonna be a rapper, big time. That's gonna be my main thing. Like I already know I got a career, but
Yeah.
this is something that I love doing. And so that's what this song is getting at.
No doubt, bro. And you got another one of our frat brothers on the track, man. JR, bro, who got to give JR his flowers, man. Like knowing JR for as long as I have, meeting him as I used to be a resident advisor, RA in college, and he used to work the desk at one of the dorms I worked in. And he always had music. He was talking about music. He found out I had music and was talking about it. Found out y'all knew each other and found out he became the bros. And tell me where you came from as far as picking JR for the track.
Yeah. So I actually sent him 3 tracks.
Yeah,
The other two didn't even make the project.
yeah,
So JR is just like in my mind, I think JR is like a musical genius, especially like on the producing side of things. He
yeah,
can flow too.
yeah.
And if you listen to the track, you can hear that.
Oh yeah,
But the reason why I sent him full-time job along with 2 other ones is because JR out here grinding. Like,
yeah.
but he's still quietly doing music too. So I felt like he'd be able to relate.
No doubt.
And he turned around the verse in, I don't know, 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how that happened.
It was dope too, cause you could feel where he was coming from. Like when he was talking about some of the hard times in his verse, you could feel that pain, that pressure on him. But then you could feel his confidence when he hit that reference posted on the block. When he hit that posted on the block reference, it was
Yeah.
like you could feel his confidence in it. So it was a dope track, man. Going on
I,
to the third. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I like how he set me up on the alley on his last verse.
Yeah.
So I was able to kind of close it out
Uh
with some
huh.
singing. Yep,
Yeah.
recollect your deed. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bro. It was a cool little groove, bro.
Yeah.
Um, the third track, which is the single from the album, "Young, Successful, a Sex Symbol." Tell me
Yeah.
something about this shit, bro.
Hey, when I hear the song, all I think about is doing the dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, successful, a sex symbol. Yeah, bro. It's basically it's me letting folks know I got the juice. Like that. That's how I feel on this project. Like, it's something my frat brother and close friend TC and I used to say all the time. Like, we show up at like a groove or a party or we out somewhere. We be looking around like, yeah, man, we young, successful sex symbols, hyping each other up all the time. So I think that's what this song kind of embodies. And I just love how fun the beat is. It's a very, very fun beat. Q Lou, he enhanced the hook a lot. The first hook was not how it sounds now. So I got a lot of good input for you too, Dustin, on this one. You make a cameo at the end of the track.
Bro, I didn't even know I left that in there until I was like, hold up, what the hell? I didn't even know. I thought y'all cut that out, bro. I thought I
first heard it. I said, no, keeping that.
Bro, yep. it was a good little groove, bro. Like, it's you, bro. Like, it made me think about like back in college, like the road trip, any parties we had, bro. Like, you already know it. You usually the life of the party, man. Like, and it just felt like just back in the day, like just the whole life of the party situation.
Yeah, and then the reference, like the Vornell Hill reference in there, like I just had this random ass idea, bro, to throw the Martin skit on the front of it, and the timing just worked out so great, bro. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna come back to this in the verse too, the Vornell Hill, because he could do no wrong. He had it, bro. Vornell Hill on the Martin episode.
Fish is delicious.
Yeah, man.
We got the next track. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. This like one of my favorite tracks on the album, bro. "Hold You Down" with Pat Parra. Tell me a little something about this, bro.
Yeah, man. "Hold You Down," bro. It's a feel good song for the ladies. Yeah. Just to let ladies know, it's still some good, partners. Whatever you into, significant other. It's somebody out there for you that's gonna hold you down. So Pat Parra, who Dustin just named, he's on the first project too. We got a song. It's called Phony. So this is going like in the total different direction. It's a 180, and I wanted to give Pat an opportunity to talk about women in a positive light. And he said his wife was appreciative of the song too. But no, this is one of the songs that I was able to kind of create in real time. Like I came up with the verse, instantaneously. It just came to me. So it's definitely one of my favorite joints too, bro.
Bruh, like you know how I view music and stuff like that, and like being able to weave melodies with the beats, being able to match stuff up, and even if it's a little piece of something that goes with a part of your beat or with the hook or referencing something, whatever, man, and the way that you weave that with the hook and how it sound. And also, I was listening to it, the end of it, like, you keep saying "hold you down" a certain way, and in the end you fluctuate a little bit. It's just a little dip into it. You got to listen to the song to hear it. It sounds good, man. I keep listening to it. The next track is track we got, "Nights Like This." This is the joint you sent to me. I'm gonna let you talk about it first.
Yeah. So "Nights Like This," that's a reference to the movie Five Heartbeats, if you ever seen it. And on the beginning of it, I still a line from Eddie Kane when he talk about it, he don't need no ashtray. The whole world of ashtray to him. But the theme for me is like, we ain't on no bullshit today. Like, let's just have a good time. Whatever your definition of good time is, that's what we doing today. And for some people it don't happen that often, so just embrace it when it does. That's the essence of the song for me. And that's why I felt like it was appropriate to bring in Dustin on the song. And man, Dustin came with it. It's probably one of my probably one of my favorite verses on the project. Like, no lie, I ain't just saying it because I'm on your podcast.
Yeah.
I told you when I think I was like 9 songs in, I was like, bro, this is the one. Like, I wanted to make this one the single. I really did. And side note, I submitted this song through Spotify. Like, whenever you first push out an album, they give you an opportunity to submit a particular song for consideration. To get promoted on the Spotify site. This is the one that I submitted, and I kind of wrote a little backstory behind it. So yeah,
that's what's up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. When you sent it to me, it made me think about you had sent me a track before we didn't end up getting to do it, the little Carolina Dreaming joint, and I was like, it kind of put me in that same vibe because it threw me off with how it come in. It comes in real slow and then it drops, and I didn't expect it. Like I was listening to it and it was like, okay, let me figure out what my cadence, and I usually try to go fast and stuff like that. It was like, nah, man. And just try to vibe to it. And I didn't know you recorded the hook with it. When that hook dropped, and I was like, okay, everybody cool, ain't nobody bullshitting, everybody grooving. I said, yeah, this me. And I don't remember how it was quick when I sent you that verse, and it was like, man, it's a feel good joint, dog. Like I still feel good to this day listening to it, and I probably listened to it too much. Like it's a
you got some catchy phrases in there, like some quotables. Like when people listen to the project, you got like at least 2 or 3 quotables in that verse, bro. Like shit me,
shit. It's a conversation, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's the dope thing about it as well. That and the whole album, and with you as an artist, is you're not trying to be nothing. You ain't trying to be nobody else. You ain't trying to sound like what's out there. It ain't what you hear, is you. You know what I'm saying? You can hear what you influenced by. You can hear certain references, but you can tell it's like, man, this a cat from Lancaster. He ain't no Atlanta cat, no LA cat, no whatever. This a cat from Lancaster, successful doing this thing, enjoying his life. Or this is a cat from Jefferson or from Charleston or wherever that's doing the things that they talk about. You can feel it in their verses and their lyrics.
Yep.
The next song is Why Can't I Hold You?
Yeah.
Tell me a little something about this one.
Surprisingly, bro, this has like been one of the fan favorites, bro. Yeah. Like, yeah, a lot of people been reaching out saying they like this one. Man, it's just basically it's me being petty, bro. That's all it is. Like, I'm talking about like older relationships. And I mentioned some very specific things. So if the people, the persons, I say plural, that I'm talking about, could be 2, could be 1, I don't know. Whoever I'm mentioning, if they hear it, they'll know exactly what's going on. So that's just me being petty, and I love the beat, bro. I love just kind of like, it's like very happy go lucky, man. Yeah. So I really like the track, bro.
Yeah, man. The one that had become my favorite for the longest is this next track featuring Q Lou called Chase Lies. And I'm not being biased with the fact that it's you and my other LB on the track, and I had a little involvement in it, but just the groove of it, the melody of it, the way it's constructed, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, Q killed this song. Like, you could tell he meant every word.
It felt a little bit personal, didn't it? It felt a little personal.
Yeah, you meant that thing, that boy.
Yeah. Again, I think it's like kind of harkening back to older relationships and maybe being told some lies, and it's just a creative way of saying a lie don't care who tell it, basically. I ain't chasing it, basically. But yeah, I agree. Q Lou did his thing on the hook and on the verse, the ad libs, like he brought it. He brought it on that track.
Boy was singing. The next track is one that has definitely become one of my favorites. Like, I heard the beat and I liked it. When you told me the concept, I was like, I like it. You let me hear a sneak peek of it, and it was like, I liked it. For whatever reason, when that song got played, when we had that listening party, I said, boy, what is this? So it hit different, bro. Like, driving is, I don't know, man. Maybe you got to be a country cat that's used to, just backwoods stuff, car shows, cookouts, stuff like that. It make you think of that kind of stuff, just hometown, everybody relaxing, doing what they do, man. It's a dope groove, man. Tell me a little something about this one.
Well, I think first off, man, it's got LA and all on
Yeah,
it. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
definitely a
I think
Lancaster song.
that's a heavy ingredient
Yeah,
ingredient. You got Rado and you got Rigid
yeah,
on that song, and they both from Lancaster. And Rado, who I've been rapping with since I started as Kevin. He just got a different voice. When you hear Rado,
yeah,
you already know
yeah,
who it is. But the theme of the song is like, it's to ease any concern if your girl might, get the slightest inclination that you ain't taking care of business. You like, don't even worry about it. So basically you just kind of communicating that you taking care of your business.
yeah,
And it's just like you said, real easygoing type of track. Some feedback that was shared in the listening session was somebody said it reminded them of like a kind of like a Houston type of
yeah,
swinging type of a track a
yeah.
little bit.
That's exactly what I think,
And I
man.
get that, and it's definitely become one of my favorite joints on the project as well.
Oh yeah. The next one was one of the sleepers in my opinion, because I didn't expect who you had on the track at first, because I know you talked about Jorian before, and Wade is nice.
Yeah,
And so I was expecting him to be on the track. When I saw, I was like, shit, ain't no Danny was goddamn rapping. And I heard it like, all right, Danny, shit, what the hell you talking about? Cocaine.
yeah. The way they make the deadline. I had a hard deadline. I say, bro, if you don't get it to me before this date, then I gotta go in a different direction.
Hell yeah.
So it was convenient
Yeah.
because Danny and I live together, my
Yeah.
fiance. But she like my number one fan, so she know like what I'm working on. So she hit the tracks all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she was already like waiting in the wings
Yeah.
um for Jarian not to come through. So the song Shooby Doop, it's just like a word that I totally made up that I don't like use it in my everyday conversations or anything like that. I don't call my fiance Shooby Doo, but I thought it was a cute word and it worked for the song. So that's just kind of how the song came together. But Danny, she wrote her own verse. She heard my verse and wrote her own verse. And one night, I don't think she'd be mad if I share this. She went out with some friends and I think they took some tequila shots. And she came
Oh yeah.
home was like, all right, check out my verse. And she spit it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna make the project. We went in the
That's what's up,
studio.
man.
She recorded it seamlessly, bro.
That's what's up, man. It's a dope and it fits y'all the way that y'all move, man. Seeing how y'all interact with each other, man. I was like, yeah, that fits perfectly with them. Um, the next song is actually one of my favorites as well, because it's a relaxing song when I want to get in my moods when I'm grooving on the back porch. You know what I'm saying? And I hear this and it's like, all right, and realizing who you had on the track. I was like, what the hell? I was like, listen at him. Listen at him. We do this shit, nigga.
Yeah. Hey, I think this is probably one of the more unexpected features on the
Yeah,
project.
absolutely.
Yeah, the homie Lat, real name Marcus Lattimore, well known in the state of South Carolina.
Yeah,
He actually lived out here in Portland, and we connected probably like a year ago, and we've been, we've established a really good friendship and rapport. So he's an artist. He likes to write. So we met up in the studio, and this song just kind of organically came together.
yeah,
But it's just an introspective type of track that kind of like encourages you to do some self reflection, and kind of focus on the positives in life.
yeah,
Is what we're trying to accomplish with the track. But it's you helped me understand. Like I sent you the beat when I was trying to figure out what to do with it, and you helped me kind of understand some of the samples, which
yeah,
then led to me, building out my verse based on the samples. So
yeah.
you deserve an assist on this one too.
No doubt. Appreciate it, bro. Um, the last track on the album, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I was listening to it the other day and it got to me because unfortunately, my brother passed away from pancreatic cancer last month, and I heard that song and just, what y'all talking about with it, it started making me thinking it's, you laughing or whatever, but of course you missed your loved ones. Like, tell me where you was coming from with the gospel, man.
Yeah. So the sample is from the Gospel Keynotes and Willie Neal Johnson. That's a quartet group. And I love quartet. That's like my second genre, my second favorite genre of music is quartet gospel music. The groups from like the late 80s and the early 90s, I just listen to it all the
Canton
time.
Spirituals.
Yeah, Cannon Spirits. Oh man. So when I first heard the beat, I already kind of knew exactly what I was gonna do with it. It inspired it inspired me to rap about my stepmom, Eliza, who died in front of me. And I tried to revive her, but it didn't work out. And yeah, I just had a very close relationship with her. She understood like my perspective on things spiritually. And then my blood brother, his artist name is Highness. He got on the track too, and he rapped about our nephew, which was my stepmom's grandson. Like we basically they married into our family, but became like our real family, and both of them passed unexpectedly. Yeah, before they were supposed to. Kevin died in a car accident. But yeah, we dedicated that song to them. So it's probably my favorite song, like my number one favorite song on the project, man. I really love to kind of listen to it. And it when I listen to it sometimes I cry, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I cry. Like it's I'll be in my room and I do it in isolation. But I cry, man. Yeah.
It'd be like that, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something that impacts you, pretty rough. I mean, to know somebody for so long and in such an influential role, and for them to be gone, it's rough, but it's good to be able to move forward and know that the time that you had with them before, you got the memories that you can live on, hear them laugh, what it sounds like. You ain't got to imagine it or listen to a recording, nothing. Like, verbatim what it sounds like when they speak or laugh or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a dope groove, bro. Um, that's the last of the album, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna keep you too long, bro. I just wanted to, also give you your flowers, man. Cause like I said, it's a solid project, man. I thoroughly enjoy it, and this ain't me trying to boost your head. You know me, I'm gonna tell you something. If it ain't it, I'm gonna say something to you, especially when it comes to this with the way that both of us feel about music, man. Is there what you got coming up next, man? What you plan on doing next?
Like musically, creatively,
Creatively.
artistically.
Yeah.
Um, Yo, so I think, man, I think the in and out, I think that I'm kind of in that mindset. Like
Yeah.
I think I'm done making projects. It took me like 2 years to do Heyday.
Yeah.
Um and I think I kind of want to expand my creativity in a different way. So I'm gonna continue to like be a part of other people's projects
Yeah.
if those opportunities arise. I'm actually going to the studio this weekend with
Yeah.
Marcus
Dude.
Latimer. Yeah, this weekend to work on some stuff. But and then also there's a group of young men a part of this nonprofit called Word is Bond. They want to put together like a 6-song project. So
Shoot.
I'm gonna be heavily involved in that and
That's
helping
what's up,
produce
man.
that. So I'll still be, doing some music stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna do any other projects, man. But I talked about expending like my creativity in other ways. One thing that I'm working on now, I'm in the early stages of creating a podcast that's like intended to educate people about the inner workings of local government. That's what I do in my full time is working local government. So I want to educate people about local government, promote the services that are offered by local governments. We all pay taxes. Like we need to know where
Right.
they're going and make sure that we're getting the services that we pay for, right? And then hopefully I can kind of use it as a vehicle to recruit people to like local government jobs because there are a lot of really good jobs in local government that people don't know about. So gonna be bringing on like the practitioners in local government and asking them about what it is they do and And yeah, basically just trying to bring exposure to the people behind the scenes of local government, not just the politicians. So that's kind of what I'm working on next.
That's dope. That's real dope, man. Where can the people find you, bro?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram at Suge McNeil. I think that might be my only social media outlet. Oh, also I think I'm on Facebook. My name is Suge IV on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't think I use Twitter. I ain't on TikTok like you, Dustin. I need to do better. But yeah, you can find me on IG at Suge McNeil. And then obviously I'm on all the streaming platforms. Go check out that album, Heyday. Just look for the name Suge IV. Also, if you got the time, check out In and Out as well. And I also got a couple of singles that you could check out. One called Natural, featuring Jay Wade, Z100, and then a song called Get Naked, featuring Jay Wade too. So check that one out. Check out all my music. I think you'll enjoy it.
It's fun music, man. It's good, man. Bro, I appreciate you coming on, man, and grooving with me, bro. And definitely appreciate you putting me on the project, man. And look forward to seeing the next stuff from you, man.
Yeah, can I just real quick give some plugs, some shout outs to some people? I want to shout out to my fiance, Danny, for supporting me with so much fervor. Gratitude to my family, my entire family. I want to shout out everybody that's helped me out musically, especially on this latest project. So that's you, Qlu, Rado, Rigid, JR, Pat Para, Lat, Highness. Yeah, so really appreciate y'all, and way too for the feedback. I really appreciate it. And yeah, y'all check out the album. Heyday.
No doubt. Heyday, bro. On everything. If you look on my social media, if you look on my Linktree link in my bio, man, you can click it, and Nights Like This is on there, and you'll be able to go and see the whole album, and also see his whole catalog on the different streaming platforms, man. Like I said, bro, I appreciate you coming on here and you know what I'm saying, talking a little bit about your project, man, to open a little up to the world, the couple hundred people, the few people that's gonna listen to this podcast. But appreciate you coming on, bro, man, and we'll end up getting up pretty soon, man.
Yes, sir. Love you, bro. Keep doing your
thing. No doubt, Roo.
Hey, bro, once again, I got to shout out my LB, my boy, my dog, and show some love and appreciation to Suge IV for coming on the podcast and shooting the shit with me, man, talking with me about his latest project. It's called Heyday. It's out on all streaming platforms right now, man, and there's a track on there called Nights Like This. We talked about it in the episode, man, and my LB gave me the honor and privilege to grace this track and put a little J-Town on this project, so like I said earlier in the podcast, man, I'm going to end it and give y'all a listen to this track, man. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to present to you by Suge IV, featuring B-Dust, a.k.a. BlackBeltJoneZz. It's called Nights Like This, man. Appreciate y'all. It's J-Town. What you gonna do?
I think this the one right here. I don't need no ashtray. Oh well, ashtray to Suge IV. I've been thinking about my life and how I'm supposed to live it. And I ain't trying to go cause I ain't close to finish. Promoting both my albums posted up in Linux. Atlanta got some hoes, but they be so pretentious. I fine-tune the focus, start to notice tensions. Count up all my misses, hardly no expenses. Rather put that towards some houses as opposed to Bentleys. Plus the way your nigga drive, license on suspension. 100 million miles on the road to riches. I be on that route that be most efficient. Never disallowed, I'ma go the distance. Pull up with no doubt, don't need no permission. I'm just getting paid, staying out the way. Stack a couple G's, a couple 100K. Permanently sleep, I ain't trying to be. They say heaven sounds sweet, but I ain't trying to leave. It's feeling like the night that I ain't never had. Everybody grooving, and ain't nobody mad. It's nights like this, I ain't never had. It's nights like this, I just wanna brag. It's feeling like the night that I ain't never had. Smoking on that green, smoking on that gas. It's nights like this, I ain't never had. It's nights like this.
bands going 10 under the limit like the elder. Holding toilet, got me spiffy in the jiffy. Mary Jane got me half-baked, now who's coming with me? Don't get it wrong, I ain't about the club, these niggas want a Benji for the entry, and the drink gon' cost me by the dub. Shit me, but it's all good, cause somebody hit the plug and take my ass back to the woods, so I can roll a spliff a few of that stinking, that putrid, sticky on the back porch while I'm grooving to the music. Looking at the night sky like, God, you a genius. Got Luna big dipping by the belt next to Venus. My phone ain't been ringing on no bullshit, and I just be my personal best. Been working on my fitness, been working on my smile, and I ain't talking about no dentist, but the Lord's been a witness to my crown. That's that king shit.
It's feeling like the night that I ain't never had. Everybody grooving, and ain't nobody mad. It's nights like this, I ain't never had. It's nights like this, I just want to brag. It's feeling like the night that I ain't